rocket fuel.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. Take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I got power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish em. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Okay, Coach, well, the holiday rush, that's in full swing in nearby Manhattan, but we've got football here 8 miles west at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Outside. Mike 55. Mike 55. Switch up. Switch up.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Here's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. 7 yards there and a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here we go, son. 52, right 52. I got him.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Let's go.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Son, 52's the mic. Check, 52's the mic. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. You go tight. You got red, 80. You got tight right there.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
To throw is Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
We're going to sign 55. Right there in the middle. 55. You better bring it. You better.
They'll run it now. This is Jarkandrick West. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. So that'll back him up 5.
We go side.
55, Mike 55.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
This now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
I got you, boy.
Now Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
57.
To throw is Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Rosen looking to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
We go set.
55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Motion.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mike. 55. Check. 55. Mike.
All day, dog.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And an alley to run. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for the Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set. 90's the Mike. And 80. Watch twist.
On first down, it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. How about the safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack? Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Airing one out for Crowder. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. Anunua's got it, complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Darnold. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Following a fumble recovery, it's Rosen. Wilson's got it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rosen. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Running, it's Drake. Now Drake loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
I got you, punk.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run on 1st down. Bell. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Darnold completes to Bell, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watching you fight.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike 55, Mike 55. I smell fear in that offense.
Darnold now to throw. And Anderson's got it. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, pick your game up.
Darnold on 3rd down. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Trying to lay one up deep. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Rosen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, alert. Minus 57, 57's right. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Rosen. It's complete to Drake. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Single. I got a single in the slot. Watch 32, watch 32.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it is incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age.
It's our time.
Now Rosen on first down. And he hits Drake. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Drake. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Now Balaj. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Eluding the pressure. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Steve McClendon. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Third and less than a yard.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Red 80.
Darnold from the gun. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
Check 55.
From the 50, it's Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the curls.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
We're going to sign. Come on, God, 55. Squeeze, double. Mike 55. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 7.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I got you.
Again, Darnold. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Now Rosen looking to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Exit, exit.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They start on the ground with West. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
But they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
59 Mike. Check, check, 59. I got wide, I got wide.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
I got him. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell.
Run, run.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Bell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Switch. Hello, 80.
Here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go. Lady. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs, needing to win that turnover battle, and this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
What's that? Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go.
Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
55. Watch the run. They're running it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This will be taken very short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach, only 7 starts. But now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Let's get it.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
You.
They'll try and run with Balaj, and he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Throwing now is Rosen. And an alley to run. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Copeland in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. To try again after the sack. Rosen, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. And now, look at the clock, only 7 seconds remain. The Dolphins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever.
57's Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final shot here for Rosen. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Kick, baby. You see it all day.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Jets, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Miami, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.